everyone, today we're going to take a look at a fairly new deck. It was released earlier this year, 2021. We are in December 2021. So it's been out for several months, but still fairly new. So it's called the Kemetic Tarot Veil of Aset Edition. So I've done a review on this deck last year, I believe, 6 months ago, not quite a year, 6 months ago, and this is a new updated edition called Veil of Aset Edition. And this one, the first one I purchased myself, this one was a complimentary gift from the author, because he happened to see the first video I did, and he sent me this updated edition as a compliment, complimentary. So I was very excited to receive it. So this is the outer box. This is the packaging. This is how it comes. It's in a gigantic square box, and I can hardly get it into the frame. So then it opens up like this. Well, first the whole thing is sealed in plastic. Then you open up the plastic and it lifts up. And then inside the box, inside the outer packaging, is the real box. So that this is just the packaging. Okay, so similar to the first one. And if I can find the first one I did, I'll try to link it too so you can see it. And I'm thinking about doing a comparison side-by-side video as well when I get a chance. But tonight we're gonna excuse me, tonight we're gonna take a look at this version. So here's the box. It's a square black magnetic box, just all black except for the, here's the top, the bottom, and this is the top. Okay, and it's magnetic, so it lifts up this way, it lifts up, and it's very, very nice presentation. So this is everything that's in the box. There's a little write-up on the little red jasper that you receive. So it's this thing right here. Alright, so this is a red jasper stone, and this is the write-up for it. It's called excuse me, it's called T-Jet Amulet, known as the Knot of Aset or the Girdle of Aset, is made of natural semi-precious red jasper stone formed from deposit of volcanic ash buried deep within the earth. Your amulet was custom cut from natural red jasper stone to a specification found in the Egyptian book of Coming Forth by Day. It was then polished to a smooth and shiny finish. So very nice little amulet and write-up, red jasper. Alright, so that's a bonus in the box. And this is a second bonus. You get a nice velvet bag with yellow inner lining, very, very thick. It pulls close. Alright, so this is velvet with this gold embroider on the front, and it's velvet, and then inside is yellow. Alright, yellow inner lining for your cards, to protect your cards. Excuse me guys, I'm still getting over this cold flu I had, so excuse the lingering cough here and there. And you get two manuals. So you get this first thick manual and it's updated from the first edition. They added more to it, but similar. Alright, and then the added bonus manual for this edition is the Veil of Aset, Tales of Goddess. Alright. And so the author mentioned to me that a lot of people had asked to have all the stories put in one place because they were scattered all over. So he came up with the idea to put all the different stories in this one book, The Veil of Aset. And I started reading it. So for those of you that are interested in Egyptian story history, it's very interesting reading, actually. All right, so, and last but not least, we get to the cards. The cards are in a soft tuck box, and there's a little cutout for the cards, and this is hardcore foam, so it's not cardboard. So very nice presentation. Okay, this is the whole box. Here it closes up, magnet. All right, get that out of the way. All right, so let's take a look at the cards themselves. So it's in a soft tuck box, and this edition the cards are larger. They are 25% larger. I'm having difficulty opening this. I don't want to rip it. I had already ripped one side of it when I was trying to open it up. So bear with me a second here while I try to open this flap here. All right, got it. All right, so as I was saying, this edition, the cards are larger by about 25%, so that you can see it's just plain white inner lining inside the tuck box. All right. Oh, by the way, this, the deck is by Michael Coles, and I believe he had a co-author. I thought he did. We'll take a look at the guidebook at the end, and I'll go over who it's by. But Michael Coles is the author, and it's published by Abraxas House, ABRACAX House. So that's the publisher. Yeah, and then the artwork is by Anna Dorsheva. And I guess that's it. I thought there was another lady. Maybe that was the author. But anyway, we'll go over the guidebook at the end. Sorry. I wanted to let you guys know who the author and the publisher was. All right. So as I was saying, these cards are about 25% larger. They are gold gilded. It's beautiful with gold specks. Can you see the gold specks? I don't know if the camera's doing it justice. I was going to do this during the daylight, but I was excited, so I wanted to go ahead and film this. See, you can see right there. Look at those little gold specks. Beautiful. Gold gilding. And they look like linen. I don't know if sorry for the glare. The camera capture, it looks like when you look at it at an angle, there's like little line like linen feel, but it is not linen cardstock. But the cardstock is nice. It's medium. It's on the thinner side. It's very, very flexible. It's gold embossed. This is all gold embossed. You can feel the rays Very smooth, very pliable. So it's probably very good for a riffle shuffling. But it is a little on the thin side, but if you're not hard on your cards, you should be fine. Look how beautiful that is. This is the back of the cards, by the way. Alright, and as I said, this is gold emboss, so you can feel it. And it is reversible. And there's a whole story in the book of, you know, the meaning of all this and the emblem. And this, by the way, is the same as that red jasper amulet. Part of it is. From what the little part that I read in the manual explains it. Alright? So let's take a look at the cards themselves. God, these gold specks are beautiful. They feel really nice in the hand. Oh, let's compare it size-wise. Comparing it, yeah, see? So they're larger. So this is the traditional plaid back card. And this is the Kemetic Tarot card from this new Veil of Aset edition. So they're definitely taller and wider. Taller by that much and wider. Alright. Not too bad. I have petite hands, so it pretty much cover my whole hand, but it's not so gigantic that you can't shuffle. And they are pliable, so they're easy to bend to shuffle for petite hands. Alright, without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the cards. Now, the way they have it organized, it's not the traditional, well, the major arcana is, but then when you get to the minors, they have all the court cards of each suit together, and then all the 10s, all the 9s, all the 8s together of each suit. Okay, and also they are color coded with this inner border. So the Fool has the gold color, and then all the major arcana has this purple border. It's the inner border I'm pointing to. And then the air sign has the white border. The fire sign has the red border. The water sign has this blue border, and the earth sign has a black, like a black border. And I'll point them out as we go, but I just wanted to mention that first. The Fool's the only one with the gold because he's starting out on his journey. Alright, so he's the only one they made gold border. Alright, so let's zoom in and take a look at the cards. Closer look here. Alright, so, and the cards have been renamed, by the way. So if you're familiar with this deck, or if you've seen the first video I did of the first version, you will know that the cards were renamed. So I'm just keeping my manual open so that I can tell you what cards are what. So starting out, we have the Fool, okay, Annie or Ani, and oh, this is cool. I don't know if they have this in the first version, but so they have the regular name, the Fool, in English, and then they have the Egyptian card name, and then the numbers up top. So the number 0, and then Annie, and then the Fool underneath that. Alright. The next card is Aset. the sorceress. So traditionally it's the magician, and in this deck is Aset. Aset is another name for Isis, by the way. So, but in this deck they're referring to her as Aset, but it's the same as Isis. Isis is more popular. So the sorceress instead of the magician. Next is Nebet-Het, the high priestess. So this is really nice that they have the English version underneath, so I don't need to use the little guidebook as a little cheat sheet, which I had to when I did the first time around, because they have the English version underneath. Mut the Empress. Oh, this is very nice. Very nice. I'm gonna pick up the pace here, otherwise we'll be here all night. So we have Amun-Ra, the Emperor. Tehuti or Tehuti, the Hierophant. These cards are beautiful, you guys, and they feel really nice too. Aset and Asar, the Lovers. So, which is the same as Isis and Osiris, if I remember correctly. Let me take a look here. Yeah, Aset and Osar is the same as Isis and Osiris. Alright, the Lovers. And notice, see, we're still in the major arcana, so there's this purple border that I mentioned earlier. The Atet, the Chariot. Beautiful. Alright. Sekhmet, Strength. The Lion. Nun, the Hermit. He's not holding the traditional lamp, but there is light around him. Shai and Renenutet, Wheel of Fortune. Amit, Justice. No Scale. He has a head of an alligator. He or she. Alright. The Sphinx, which is the Hanged Man. It's interesting. He's not upside down though. That's different. Anpu, Death. I forgot the name of this dog looking. I can't believe I forgot the name of it. Oh well, it's Anpu, but I thought there was a different name, because it does represent death. Death. There's another. They don't have another name. I thought there was another name that I know this creature by, but maybe I'm wrong, because I thought I have a statue of it. Alright, but it represents death. So Mat or Mahat, Temperance. She is holding the scale, and there is the feather on one side and the heart on the other side. So weighing your heart, if it's as light as a feather, if you're familiar with the story. Set, the Devil. The Pyramid is the Tower. Nut, the star, Kansu, the moon, Athen, the sun. Beautiful. The colors are really beautiful in this deck. It's more vivid and more colorful. Hall of Two Truths is Judgment. Geb is the World. Bess, the Guardian. So this is an extra card. There's 2 extra cards in the deck, because normally there's 21 major arcana, but there's 2 extra cards. So this is card 22. This is one of the extra card. Bess, the Guardian. And then here's the second extra card, number 23, Basset, the Comforter. So these are the two extra cards. Beautiful. Look at those colors. Very nice. All right, so that finish. Oh, there's one more. There's 3 extra cards. Yeah, one more. 24. Wear it, Hecka Magic. Nice. So there's 3 extra cards. Normally it stops at 21, but we're up to 24. So 3 extra cards. All right. So now we move on to wands. But as I mentioned, it's not all wands and all cups and all swords, because they group them together. So all the court cards of all the suits together. So this is the King of Wands. You can tell because it's red. And wands in this deck is called Scepters. King of Scepters, King Narmer. And then we have the King of Ankhs, and Ankhs is water, traditional water or cups. Faroha de Joshir. So they put the name of the king of the court card and then the name of the person underneath. So this is the King of Cups. Notice it's blue versus this is red frame. So this is fire, wands. And so this is the King of Wands. Traditionally in this deck is King of Scepters. Scepters is wands. And Ankhs is traditionally cups, is blue borders. Okay. And then we have the King of Swords, which is the same air. And air is white, like the invisible air. And then next we have the King of Scarabs, which is earth, and there's the black frame for earth. So those are all the kings. Next we move on to the Queen of Scepters, which is traditionally Queen of Wands or rods. Then Queen of Ankhs, which is Queen of Cups traditionally. Queen of Swords, it's the same. And Queen of Scarabs is traditionally Queen of Pentacles, so Queen of Coins. Next, we have the Warrior. The Warrior is equivalent to the Knights. So a Warrior of Scepters, Warrior of Ankhs, Warrior of Swords, Warrior of Scarab. Then we have the Scribe, which is equivalent to the traditional page. So we have Scribe of Scepters, Scribe of Ankhs, Scribe of Swords, Scribe of Scarabs, And then we move on to the minors. So starting out, we have 10 of scepters, which is equivalent to 10 of wands. You can tell by the red frame, okay, for fire. Then 10 of ankhs, which is 10 of cups. 10 of swords. And 10 of scarabs. So you can pretty much tell it does follow the Rider-Waite system for the most part if you're familiar with your cards. It's just, it has an Egyptian feel. Beautiful, vivid colors. Beautiful. Okay, 9 of scepters, 9 of ankhs, 9 of swords, 9 of scarabs, 8 of scepters, 8 of ankhs, 8 of swords, 8 of scarabs, 7 of scepters, 7 of ankhs, 7 of swords, and 7 of scarabs. 6 of scepters, 6 of ankhs, 6 of swords, and 6 of scarabs. 5 of scepters, 5 of ankhs, 5 of swords, and 5 of scarabs. 4 of scepters, 4 of ankhs, 4 of swords, and 4 of scarabs. 3 of scepters, 3 of ankhs, celebration there, 3 of swords, and 3 of scarabs. So this is like 3 of pentacles. Pretty much traditional, except they're not in a church with the stained glass. Looks like they may be inside a tomb or a pyramid or something. So pretty much, like I said, Rider-Waite, traditional Rider-Waite, you can tell with Egyptian feel and Egyptian theme. Alright, 2 of scepters, 2 of ankhs, 2 of swords, 2 of scarabs, excuse me, Ace of scepters, Ptah, that's this guy's name, Ace of ankhs, Ace of swords. Look how colorful that is. Beautiful. Bright, bold, vivid colors. Ace of scarabs. Clepera. That's her name. Mysterious. No face. And here are the backs of the cards one more time. And they are reversible. I'm not sure if I mentioned that earlier. They are reversible. Alright. Beautiful, beautiful cards. Gold gilding, gold specks. Beautiful. Alright. So zoom you back out. Alright. So let's take a look at the guidebook, which we sort of did. But I want to go over it a little bit more in depth here. So the Kemetic Tarot Veil of Aset edition, based on the book of Going Forth by Day. So this is the main book, and the pages are glossy pages. Published 2021 by Abraxas House. Author is Michael Coles. Contents. You can see here. See, the pages are glossy. You can see the sheen. Let's see. Special thanks to all people who helped review this book. Jennifer Coles, Robert Whitlock, Erhunda Cunningham, Aiko Ito, Charles Settle, and Linda Sadsar. Nice acknowledgement there. Preface. The Kemetic Tarot is designed to be more than just a tarot deck. It's a celebration of the ancestors and the long tradition of Kemetic history, culture, magic, and faith. To understand the ancestors' faith, it's important to understand how they saw the world around them. For example, we take it for granted that the sun will rise tomorrow morning. Science tells us the earth is spinning on its axis, and just like today, the sun will show up on the horizon in the morning, approximately 24 hours since the last time. For the ancestors, the answer to this question wasn't so simple. Alright, so that gives you an idea. Preface. Introduction. And then here's the cards. The back of the Kemetic tarot cards is foil stamped with symbols known to the ancient Kemetic people for their magical powers. So it talks about the card backs and explains all about that. If you're interested. Very, very interesting. Okay, and then it breaks down. Here's the border color. The full is gold, and then purple for the major arcana, and then scepters is red, fire wands, unks is blue, water cups, swords is white, air swords, scarabs is black, earth, and pentacles, which we saw when we just did the walkthrough. And then this is a little cheat sheet I was going to use, but I didn't need it for this deck because they actually put the name at the bottom right on the card. But there's this little chart, cheat sheet chart, to show you the name and then the Rider-Waite equivalent. So for example, card number 1, Aset or Isis, and the major arcana is the sorcerer, which is basically the magician. Number 2, Nebuchadnezzar, is the high priestess. 3, Mut, the emperor. So basically the chart is a breakdown of what it is in this deck versus what is traditionally under the Rider-Waite. All right. And then they even have the breakdown of the rank. Ace, king, queen, and then warrior is traditionally knight, and then scribe is traditionally page. So there's a little chart for that as well. So very well thought out. And then it goes into the cards themselves. So you get a color picture of the card and then the write-up. And then there's upright meaning, and then additional, upright additional meaning, reverse, and then reverse additional meaning for each card in addition to the write-up. So, colorful picture of each card. Let's see if the minor is the same. Yep, the minor is the same. Excuse me. So there's a little less writing for the minors, but you still get a colorful picture of the card, as well as upright additional, reverse, and reverse additional meaning, but a little less write-up. And then in the back they have this little Egyptian name word reference. So there's like sort of like a little glossary back here. Convenient chart of the meanings and what they mean. So that's it. There's a total of 225 pages. This expanded full color companion book is an introduction to the magic of Kemet It describes the Kemetic tarot system in detail and includes tales of the grandest creator, Amun-Ra, and his pantheon of gods. So that's the last paragraph back here. So that is the book. And this is the extra book in this version, The Veil of Aset, Tales of Goddess. So it basically tells you all the tales of the different stories. I am all that has been, all that is, and all that shall be. No mortal has ever lifted my veil. Table of contents. So they have introduction, the knot of Aset, the birth of Aset, Amun-Ra's secret name, the betrayal of Aset, the search for Asar, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, the divine conception of Heru, the scorpions of Aset, the death and resurrection of Heru, the trial of Heru and Seth, Aset and the ferryman, the contendings of Heru and Seth, Seth takes Heru's eyes, the great boat race, the council, Asar, the final contest, the resurrection of Asar. So if you're interested in Egyptian history, story about Aset, which is Isis, there's all different stories here compiled into one book, all in one place here. There's a total of 58 pages. So 2 manuals. All right. Do I have you zoom out? Yeah, so 2 full-size manual. All right. So let's bring, here's the cards, the manual, the box. And that completes the Kemetic Tarot, A Veil of Aset edition. So I hope you enjoy that walkthrough. And then you do get, like I mentioned, the bag as well. Alright. The velvet bag and the write-up of the Jasper amulet, which I put back in the box because I didn't want to lose it. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. I will put the link in the description under the video if you're interested in purchasing it or reading a little bit more about it. So thanks for watching, and I will catch you again in the next video. Bye!